Happy Halloween. You know, as much as I love the indie games that try and have you go on a wonderful adventure and just give you a great old time, I can also appreciate other independently made games. You know what I'm talking about. The type that make you shit your pants! Or at least try to. I'm talking about Slender. Now, before I even get into this game, I really do believe it needs a bit of backstory, or from my standpoint at least. It is genuinely difficult to try and scare me with a game. And don't think I'm coming here with no experience. Trash like it's Thursday. Get it? Because trash goes out on... Never mind. But seriously, I've played quite a bit of supposedly scary games, and well, wasn't impressed. I personally found Dead Space and Fear to be a bore-fest of snores, and Slender... don't even get me started with that. And honestly, when watching people play through Five Nights at Freddy's, I thought it would be just a bunch of generic bullcrap, because honestly, it didn't look that special. But I didn't think I'd this before I try it, and so I purchased it on Steam. And oh god, was I wrong! See, the thing about this game that's so different from so many other games just like it is that it isn't that it's particularly scary, which it is, I'm not saying that, but it's just more unsettling. Playing this game alone is legitimately terrifying, which is why I always do it with friends. Yeah, I'm too much of a baby. Sue me. So how about I collect as little of my sanity remains and we have a playthrough of Five Nights at Freddy's. What's that? No? Ah, fuck it, I'm doing it anyway. So we... Oh, and I almost forgot. I'm promising something to you guys here. There will not be a single jump scare in this entire video. I promise. What's the matter? I promised. Oh, you guys don't trust me, do you? Hurt my feelings. Hurt my feelings! Ah, screw it, let's just start the game. We begin with this title screen, and oh my god, they're already trying to scare the pants off us. We get this static-y looking thing, while Freddy's different moods flash in front of us. And might I say, even though this is an indie game, the graphics are pretty appealing, which can be said for the rest of it as well. Even the ones that you would rather not see. Anyway, we start a new game and wait a minute, hold it, what the hell was that? Ooh, this'll be good. So, we start off by listening to a guy that I'm going to name Gary. Gary is a phone guy who talks to you throughout the entirety of the game. Well, most of it anyway. But I won't spoil this because that would be less fun! So, after Gary hangs up, we are left to check all the cameras and shut the doors. While this may not seem like it's that, well, gameplay driven, it's because it really isn't. But this game doesn't have to be gameplay driven, because of just what a sense of unease it puts you in. You feel like you're actually there, and besides the really low resolution desk in the room, the environment does an excellent job of making you feel like you're actually there. On the first night, there really isn't too much to worry about. None of the animatronics are that aggressive, and they are all there just pretty much to spook you. Unless you get really unlucky, where Foxy will come out and murder you, but that only happens like 1 in a million times. And honestly, if you played the game before and know how to manage your power, you'll be fine. And there's actually a strategy that you can exploit that makes the first 2 nights a breeze. Once you get to 3 AM, if you still have a considerable amount of power left, it's actually a good idea to shut the left door, and you'll be just fine. But once you hit night 3, that all changes. Not only are the animatronics the most aggressive here, but this is the second most likely night that Freddy will kill you. And if you look at all the death screens side by side, Freddy seems to be the most terrifying. He's right up in your face and his pupils are fucking black. If this happens to you, I guarantee that your pants will fly off at the speed of insert tropical celebrity here. Even Gary seems pretty scared as he warned you how active the creatures become on this night.
Hey, you're doing great. Most people don't last this long. I mean, you know, they usually move on to other things by now. I'm not implying that they died. That's not what I meant. Anyway, I better not take up too much of your time. Things are getting real tonight. Hey, listen, I had an idea. If you happen to get caught and want to avoid getting stuffed into a Freddy suit, try playing dead. You know, go limp. Then there's a chance that maybe they'll think that you're an empty costume instead. Then again, if they think you're an empty costume, they might try to stuff a mental skeleton into you. I wonder how that would work. Yeah, never mind. Scratch that. It's best just not to get caught. Okay, I'll leave you to it. See you on the flip side.
Yeah, because that's not terrifying. But despite all that, I managed to beat the night, with what remained of my dignity dribbling down my pant leg. Oh, but night 4 gets even worse. Just to start off the night, Gary dies!
Oh, hey, wow, day 4. I knew you could do it. Hey, listen, I may not be around to send you a message tomorrow. It's been a bad night here for me. I'm kind of glad that I recorded my messages for you when I did. Hey, do me a favor. Maybe sometime you can check inside those suits in the back room. I'm going to try to hold out until someone checks. Maybe it won't be so bad. Yeah, I always wondered what was in all those empty heads back there. You know. Oh no.
You will be missed, Gary. This night is the first one where I was actually scared. Yeah, before I was just mildly uncomfortable, but this really pushes it. After Gary dies, you get this terrible feeling that you're all alone, and well, that's because you are all alone. Even though this is far from being the hardest night, I died on multiple occasions just because I was scared. Really, really fucking scared. Actually, this is one of the less hard levels. Even though it is true that Freddy can kill you really easily, as long as you constantly check Pirate's Cove and watch out for Freddy, you can beat him pretty easily. And after completing this night, you'll beat the entire game. So that was 5 Nights at Freddy's, and I have to say, what? What do you mean the game's not over? I mean, it's in the title, 5 Nights at Freddy's. I beat the 5th night. Wait, more than that. Look, I will prove it to you. Well, fuck. So I guess I'm not done. Yay! Night 6 is easily one of the hardest throughout the entire thing. Everyone tries to hunt you down, and it's just me, or does Freddy seem to get off from killing you specifically on this night? Not only that, but it is nearly essential that you check Pirate's Cove as much as you can, or Foxy will kill you. In fact, Chico, who in the rest of the game seemed to be pretty calm, is really chaotic on this night. You just have to be aware of everything around you, and I guarantee that by the end of it, you'll be numb inside. But Gary doesn't even call you here! God, Gary, I know you're busy with being dead and all, but you shouldn't be so insensitive. Jesus. Oh, but if you thought Night 6 was bad, you have no idea! Because Night 7 is what they call a custom night, and on there you get to choose your own difficulty. And so, of course, being the dumbass that I am, I set it to 20 all the way. What followed made me want to scream. I'm not joking when I say that this took me 3 hours to complete. Everyone is the most difficult here and tries to kill you to the best of their abilities. But, believe it or not, the worst person here is Freddy. He murders you at every opportunity, and this part stressed me out so much that I had to take a 5-minute break every time I died. It was hell. But there's one thing that you literally need to do if you have any hope whatsoever of beating this. You know what that is? You need to check Pirate's Cove at every single opportunity. My strategy? Check the left door, check the right door, check Pirate's Cove. Rinse and repeat. But you just keep dying over and over and over. But the feeling when you finally hit 6 a.m. on that final night is so gratifying. The true and final ending that you get fired from a job at Freddy's. Thank fucking God! This is one of the scariest games I've ever played. The entire atmosphere is totally brilliant, and it all works for just one reason. It's relatable as hell. Think about it. All of us went to restaurants like this when we were younger, and so to be put in the scary version of that is really heart-trembling. And apparently the developer agrees, as there's been a confirmed sequel for next year. Let's just hope I don't have to play that one for next year's Halloween special. But only time will tell. There also happens to be a really fascinating lore that's revealed through hidden posters and little hidden items and posters and shit like that. It's all actually really terrifying and actually explains quite a bit of things about the game. It goes through something called the Bite of 87, tells the tale of a character named Golden Freddy, and actually has quite a bit of backstory to surround it all. And it's just waiting to be discovered. So what are you waiting for? Go buy the game and shit your pants. Have fun, but don't say I didn't warn you. I'm Blackish Butler, and I'm never going to Chuck E. Cheese's again.